2014 and was pronounced dead because of the defendant. I witnessed the defendant turn around, smile, converse, and blow kisses to his family. I will never witness Terry smiling at me again. All interaction with Terry ended on January 29, 2015. All we have are memories, and sadly, the defendant gave us one memory, a memory no wife, daughter, grandchild, sister, niece, nephew, aunt, cousin, godchild, or friend would ever want: the death of a loved one. It is devastating enough to lose someone you love, but to watch it and have it plastered all over the media is beyond words. Our family and friends have been a witness to just how horrific Terry's murder was at the defendant's hands. And no matter how hard we try, it can't be erased from death has had upon myself, the community, and most importantly, Terry Carter's family and friends. When my father died in a boating accident when I was 2 years of age, Terry stepped up and became my godfather. Over the years, he became a surrogate father to my siblings and I. I can honestly say that it was due in part to Terry's unconditional love, support, and commitment that I have become a productive member of our society. Terry's life was ended in a parking lot where he was crushed beneath a car driven by a man without a license to drive because he believed himself to be above the law. It is still difficult to come to terms with his death, and it is like losing my father all over again. But what is difficult to me and others has been devastating to Terry's wife, Lillian, and his two daughters, Crystal and Nakia, and extended family. I bear witness to the unbelievable grief that they experience each and every day, and the emotional hardship they endure from his untimely, unneeded death. Their laughter has turned to tears, their joy to despair. In this drama we call life, there are those we call heroes, and those we call villains. I call Terry Carter a hero and a man who took his life a villain. For while Terry sought to keep peace, the villain sought to incite violence. Where Terry's actions helped the community, the villain's actions harmed it. Terry was a respected community leader and a businessman, the villain a self-proclaimed gang member and bully. Terry was a role model, the villain a career offender. Terry lived by his word, the villain lived by the gun. Terry was selfless, the villain selfish. Terry was thoughtful, the villain thoughtless. Terry was priceless, the villain is worthless. Terry was known for telling jokes. He was known for being one. Terry crafted solutions. The villain caused problems. Terry was strong, the villain's weak. Terry created, the villain destroyed. Terry kept it 100, the villain less than 0. Terry spoke the truth, the villain spread lies. Terry built up, the villain tore down. Terry gave back, the villain took away. Terry brought people together, the villain tore a family apart. Terry's death was a great loss to me, a greater loss to the community, and the greatest loss to the family he loved. Each day, they worked to pick up the pieces of a world this villain shattered. Today, the villain will be sentenced by this court, and someday he will be judged by our Creator. If it is true karma is getting what you deserve, then for the love of Terry Carter, that justice will be served today. Much love, loyalty, and respect forever. And then finally, Your Honor, I will read my letter to the court, and I thank you for the opportunity. I am Jessica Carter, I had the privilege and honor of being Terry's little sister. I will let you know that his death has been a tremendous loss. Terry spent so much of his life taking care of others. He always encouraged everyone around him to aim for the sky. I worked with him, and he taught me so much about business and finance. Terry taught me so much about life in general. He taught me to be proud of being a Carter, and also to be proud being from Compton. To tell you what my life has been like since he was murdered. I am always crying. The worst type of crying is the silent one. The one when everyone is asleep. The one where you feel it in your throat and your eyes become blurry from the tears. The one where you just want to scream. The one where you hold your breath and grab your stomach to keep quiet. The one where you can't breathe anymore. The one when you realize that the person that you love is gone. I know that it has been God's grace and mercy that has sustained me. And in my darkest hours, I could hear him saying, "Keep it pushing, Jessica Carter." I have asked myself why it has been so difficult since the time of his death. And I realized that it was because I have witnessed his murder over and over again because of the video. My brother loved cars. He was talented in restoration and creating custom cars. I can remember the look on his face when he would walk around the car, inspecting it to make sure it was immaculate. I remember the look on his face when he was hopping cars. At this point, it's been really difficult because we've never heard any apologies or any remorse from the defendant. And I know at this time, it's just better for him to ask God for forgiveness. And when this day is over, we will go back and pick up the pieces of our life. But our life will never be the same. And we are missing our chief executive officer of our family, Terry Carter. And he will be extremely missed. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Let me put it on my...
Hello, my name is Maya Young. Uncle Terry, I don't have very many memories of him. I was just barely 15 when he died. And I can remember the day, me and my brother and my sister were cleaning the house, doing our homework, and suddenly my parents were running around the house. My mom's on the phone saying, "Oh yeah, I just saw it on TV," and then they told us, "Stay here, we're gonna be back." And they left. And then a few hours later, we got a phone call saying that he was dead. And it was quiet for a really long time. Even though I don't have very many memories, I remember him laughing and smiling a lot. I remember him being caring. But I don't have any memories, and that's what's hardest for me, is that I can't get that time. I don't get to see the caring, the man they all described today. I can't see that. I don't have those memories. I will never get them. But I do know how hard it was for my mom, how she could barely, one song could make her think of him. The thought of him made her want to break down in tears. I remember the first Christmas that year, we spent it with our Auntie Lily, and she couldn't even get herself out of bed. Christmas is the time to spend with your family, and all she wanted was him back. And I don't know what justice means for Terry. I really don't. I don't know what I want for this outcome. All I know is that I want those memories that I never got to have.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Patricia Hawkins. I'm a retired federal police officer, 30 years. Terry Carter was my cousin, but we were raised like brother and sister. Terry's mom was my mother's baby sister. Out of 13 siblings my mother had, she was the baby girl. We have one left. That's my Aunt Ada that's sitting here now. She's over 95 years old. The defendant has sat in her house and has eaten with her. This is very difficult for all of us, and like all the family has said, we relived Terry's death over and over watching the video. Can't turn TV on. We're saying it. I believe in the justice system. I wouldn't have stayed in that employment for those many years if I didn't. However, I don't feel 28 years is long enough. Terry will not ever get out of the box, so I don't feel the defendant should be released. And solely because of his actions afterwards. I'm here to support my family. I love Lily and the girls and the grandchildren from my family very much. But I hope and I pray that we all can find forgiveness, but it won't be today. And I also hope that he does serve the maximum amount of time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Listening to this, it made me think back that I've been a judge for almost 34 years. Before that, I was an attorney for 11 years, all 45 years in criminal justice. And in those 45 years, I've seen more violent death than I could remember. But also, in hearing the family and the friends, I realized that I'm a husband, and a father, and a grandfather. And I have feelings like you. And if it hasn't been said to you by anyone else, let me tell you that my heart goes out to you. The defendant is ineligible for probation based on not only the law, under the strike law, Penal Code Section 667, Subsection A, or Subsection C, Subsection 2, and 1170.12, Subsection A, Subsection 2, but probation is denied as a condition of the case settlement. For the crime, the defendant has been convicted in count 1, a violation of Penal Code Section 192, Subdivision A, voluntary manslaughter, with the strike prior conviction having been found true. Then is sentenced to state prison for the high term. The reason for the high term is as a condition of the plea bargain. The high term is 11 years and must be doubled under the strike law. Then is levied a term in state prison of 22 years. Pursuant to Penal Code Section 12022, Subdivision B, Subdivision 1, he is levied an additional consecutive 1 year in state prison. Pursuant to Penal Code Section 667, Subdivision A, Subdivision 1, prior conviction the defendant has admitted, he is levied an additional 5 years in state prison for a total unstayed term of 28 years. He is levied a $300 restitution fine pursuant to Penal Section 12.4, Subdivision B, a $300 parole revocation fine pursuant to Penal Section 1202.45, which is suspended, a $40 security fee as required by law, a $30 criminal court assessment, also as required, He's ordered to submit a tissue sample pursuant to Penal Code Section 296. He's ordered to pay direct restitution pursuant to Penal Code Section 402.4, Subsection F, an amount to be determined at a hearing to be held December 10, 2018 at 8:30 a.m. The defendant is not ordered to appear. He is given the following credits: 1,344 actual days, 201 days conduct credits, and that's pursuant to Penal Section 29 and 33.1. A weapons report is ordered as required. 4 days from this date. The defendant is not ordered to appear. There is a form, Mr. Blanc, you can take that, fill it out. At this time, this case is done. As to the case SA, case, which is the robbery, the part of the case some people should be moving to dismiss that. Do you?
I am moving to dismiss it with, as we discussed earlier, I do not know of any restitution owed to the victim. But if for some reason she does come forward with additional restitution, I would ask you to revisit that limited issue. And besides that, the people are moving to dismiss it.
Unfortunately, we will not be allowed to revisit that issue as to this defendant. That matter is dismissed. Defendant's order returned today at 1:30 for whatever victim impact may be heard, but that case is dismissed pursuant to Penal Section 1385, Subsection A. The reason is as condition of the case settlement. This time, the defendant is ordered transferred to Department 120 to have a dismissal on the other matter, which is part of this plea bargain. If there's nothing further, that'll be it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I can get you back with letters. I just want to have a copy.